Hi everybody, my name's Claire, welcome back. I've got a really good friend's birthday coming up. She's turning 40 and I want to do something for her. I want to do a painting for her. She is fabulous. So I'm going to do a paint pour and I'm going to put the words on it, fabulous at 40, because she is just fabulous. I'm going to do something slightly different. I'm going to do some swipes and try and get a stained glass effect by just drizzling lots of really thin layers of paint on and then swiping it with some cell activator. I will let it dry and then I will embellish it with the words. So I've mixed up a rainbow of colours down here. She loves bright colours. So it has to be bright rainbow of colours. So let me show you what I'm going to use. So here are all of my colours. So I've got, at this end, I've got 5 Pebeo Studio Acrylics colours: orange yellow, green yellow, light ultramarine blue, and then iridescent red, blue, blue green. And then I've got a nice selection of Amsterdam colours: brilliant blue, permanent red violet light, carmine, azo yellow lemon, ultramarine violet, greenish blue, and light rose. And I'm also going to mix up some of this one, Dale Rowney pearl white, just to lighten it a little bit. This mixture is very different from all my previous mixtures. It's thicker. So what I've done is mix 2 parts floetrol with 1 part paint. So in each of these little pots, there is 40 grams of floetrol, 20 grams of paint, except for these iridescent ones where I put 15 grams of paint, because the iridescent's thicker. I wanted less paint, and in fact I've still added a splash of water just to try and get it to the right consistency. So this is thicker than my normal mixture with floetrol, and that's because I'm doing such thin lines of paint. I don't want them to bleed into each other. I want them to stay more distinct and more separate. So a bit of an experiment. Let's get started. I'm using a 29 by 42 centimetre canvas. I've just levelled it, put push pins in and levelled it. So my plan is simply to just drizzle the paint over. I haven't really got a particular order I want to do this in. I think I'm just going to drizzle it, and I'm thinking of drizzling it with the stir stick, because I think if I pour it, it might come out a bit fast. I don't know, let's try it. Let's try pouring it, but slowly. So it's just going to drizzle everywhere to get the entire canvas covered. See that? That's fine. I'll drizzle it with the cup. I'm not too sure how much paint I'm going to need. I want every bit of canvas to be covered, but I do have 12 colours here. So I guess I'm going to put on just not too much to start with. And then I can always just go back and add more. Right, that's a lot of paint on there. I think what I'm going to do is just dab the canvas now where there's some bald patches. It's mostly covered, but just dab it to get everything covered, and then it should just level itself a bit. And then I'm going to go back and put a few more colours on, the colours that I put on first, because obviously those colours are right at the bottom, so they're not going to really show. So to swipe, I'm using Australian floetrol with Amsterdam white paint, and that's mixed by weight, 3 parts Australian floetrol to 1 part paint. And then I'm swiping with just a tiny flimsy little piece of plastic. This is just a laminating pouch. So I'm just dipping in, I hope you can see this, I'm just dipping in the end of the plastic into the cell activator. So there's quite a bit on there. And I'm going to swipe diagonally, but not starting at one edge, starting somewhere in the middle. So it's a kind of staggered swipe. So let's start here. So it's just going to touch onto the paint. And then I'm just going to drag it through, but wiggling it as I go. And then I'll just wipe the edge of that off so it's clean, and then just repeat it. So I'm dipping it in the cell activator again. Ooh. So that's all the initial swiping done, and I absolutely love it. It's so bright and colourful. But what I'm going to do is just a few extra little swipes. There's a few little bits that have just been missed. So I'm just going to go back over with a smaller swiper just to add a little bit more cell activator and create a few more cells where they've missed a little bit. Like here, this patch here, there's not that many cells in it. It's quite blended paint. So I'm just going to add a little bit more swiping to those areas. Right, finally finished swiping. I've done lots of extra swipes. I was slightly concerned that this bluey purpley colour was really taking over. I think it must be a slightly thinner consistency, because actually I'll do one more swipe there, because you can see it is spreading a little bit and it has the biggest cell. So I think it's probably thinner than the rest. However, just look at it. It's so pretty. The cells and the mixture of colours are amazing. There are some muddy parts, that's absolutely fine, but like there are such separate, distinct colours. You can see the individual colours. Towards the edge, for example here, it's definitely muddied more. That doesn't matter because the edge is going to be covered up. So the way I want to do the embellishing is to cut paint around the edges and just leave the words exposed with the fluid art showing through. So it will say fabulous at 40 in the swipe, if that makes sense. So pretty. I've definitely got a wonderful rainbow. The edges are bare, well, kind of bare. I might just dab those and pull that paint down, but what I will probably end up doing is just painting that a nice bright colour just to give it some contrast. Great, I'll be back when it's dry. So I've actually already embellished the painting, but I didn't film it because I just thought it would be too boring. So I want to just explain what I did. I printed out these words from online, just on a piece of paper, and I cut them out. I then put them onto the canvas and just drew around the edges, all the little stars, all the hearts. I drew around the edges. And then I have painted around the edge of all the words. So where you see the black is where you're going to see the fluid art on the finished painting. I am just so excited about this painting. I think I'm just excited because I know who this is for. She loves bright colours. She loves bright pink. I messaged her husband to check what was her favourite colour, and he said hot pink, and that's what I'd already chosen. So bright, she just likes bright colours. I love the writing. I'm so happy with the composition of it, with the size of it. So you can see hot pink, you can see very faintly the pattern still underneath. I did 4 coats of this, and it's still, you can see it slightly, but I don't think that matters. It's also just slightly textured because of the paint underneath. Again, that doesn't matter. And I've added a silver border, so it's solid silver all the way around. So let me show you close up. So this now really highlights the beautiful lacing underneath. So around every section, I've gone round with Posca pens, I've gone round with black, and then I've gone round in silver just to soften it slightly. And I think it looks really effective. It makes it sort of stand out. It looks like it stands out from the canvas by doing that. So it's almost like a slight shadowing. I just love how bright it makes the fluid art look underneath. So I am really pleased with how this has gone. Again, it took me quite a long time. It wasn't a quick painting, but I think it's been worth it, and I'm really excited to give her this for her birthday. Great, thank you so much for watching. Please give me any thoughts you have, do leave me any comments, and please do subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching, bye.